touch him up, goodness, was it?
Very few fights can be called super fights. This is one of them. Should be fascinating. Right hand again by Golovkin. Canelo says no, but it landed.
Some of the biggest shots I've seen landed in a middleweight title fight.
Golovkin marches back. Now he's throwing. He looks to answer everything.
Я уверен, что в этом поединке было сделано достаточно для победы.
Close fight.
It's one of the worst judging decisions in history.
Thought he got robbed.
Welcome, everyone, the middleweight championship of the world. Gennadiy Golovkin and Canelo Alvarez here at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas.
У нас было, по-моему, пару тренировочных сборов совместно. Ну, то есть это было давно, И он был другим бойцом, и я был другим бойцом. То есть это было другое время. Я был гораздо удобнее позиции. Мы спарринговали, мы делились опытом друг с другом. Конечно, я помню все спарринги. На тот момент он был, я говорю, он был молодым бойцом, и на тот момент был не тем, кем он является вот сейчас в данный момент.
Abel Sanchez gives me a call, and he says, Doug, Gennadi's back in camp. I said, will he be sparring? And he said, yes, he is sparring. He's sparring the kid from Mexico, Canelo Alvarez. I'm like, perfect. And I was very impressed by both fighters. When they sparred, Golovkin wasn't Triple G, and Saul Alvarez wasn't Canelo. By the time they fought, both had legitimate claims to the middleweight championship of the world with a dedicated fan base worldwide.
Ощущение было, что мы идем на большой бой, то есть впервые на арене T-Mobile в Вегасе. То есть ощущение было, в принципе, уверенности, ощущение было спокойствия, потому что я был уверен в себе, и я очень был настроен на этот бой. То есть я чувствовал себя очень комфортно.
Все, что я буду говорить, сразу, чтобы понимание было у всех, Канело для меня не то, что ничто, это просто рядовой боксер. И для меня, и для Геннадия, и для девушки сзади вас, это просто мексиканский боксер, которого сейчас вывели, ладно, мы большое им должное отдаем там, где он, но на самом деле, мы знаем, кто это, мы знаем его команду.
Конечно, он стал более матерым, стал более опытным. То есть он возмужал, то есть он вырос как спортсмен. Это однозначно.
They didn't want to fight Golovkin, and they even got stripped of the WBC belt. They dragged that fight out. They got embarrassed into that fight, shamed into it in the end, and they dragged it out as long as they could. They waited for Golovkin to get a little bit older, a little bit older, a little bit older.
Canelo Triple G1 was massive. I mean, the hype around that fight was indescribable. Third biggest gate in boxing history. It did around 27 million at the gate. We're talking about a fight that did over 1 million pay-per-view buys. One of the biggest fights of all time commercially. This was a fight that was so long in the making. People are dying to see Canelo and Triple G fight.
Canelo Alvarez only had that one loss to Floyd Mayweather, and Golovkin was unbeaten. Scored 23 consecutive knockouts.
From the T-Mobile Arena, Las Vegas, this is the moment we've all been waiting for. The main event of the evening. 12 rounds of boxing for the middleweight championship of the world.
As a fan, doing a job, sometimes I have to pinch myself. I'm really here, you know? I mean, this is really happening. And when it's like that, it's electric. This is it. This is what you live for.
Fight fans, are you ready? Let's get ready to rumble!
Ring center, ring center. Touch him up in his sweaty.
Very few fights can be called super fights. This is one of them. Two men with a legitimate claim to the championship, and now finally here to settle it in the ring. Should be fascinating. And in the early moments, early seconds, you wonder what the clash of styles will bring. We're underway, round number one. Canelo Alvarez in the blue trunks, Gennadiy Golovkin in the gray.
I think a reason why this fight took so long to make is because these two have sparred each other in Big Bear. They know what to expect, and they respect each other's power and speed and timing.
Canelo is the man backing up at this moment. Triple G is the man who is used to moving forward. Stalking, menacing, accurate with his punches, also with outstanding defense. Both men looking to establish their jab. Good combination there by Canelo as he tries it.
Triple G came forward, but Canelo boxed really well that first round.
Deep breath.
И в этом бою не было, то есть, бойца с низким боксерским уровнем или боксерским IQ.
Golovkin almost smiling, fully engaged in what's in front of him. Knows he has a real fight on his hands.
It's a back and forth battle. Both of them throwing similar punches. Jab, right hands, left hooks. They're both coming up short, countering. It's a very exciting fight.
This is a chess match with real power. These are one of these fights, and this is how you know it's a great fight. If someone asks you, hey, who's supposed to win? And you say, you know what? I don't know. We're through three.
Я помню, первые раунды, они были таковы, что больше ты смотришь за тактикой, что предложит тебе твой оппонент. То есть, они более познавательные, они более узнаваемые в плане... То есть я посмотрел на то, какой тактики придерживается он, я понял, в принципе, что он задумал, то есть работать вторым номером на контрапатчах, то есть... Все было ясно после первых раундов. Я думаю, что однозначно, то есть тот опыт, который есть у него, он гораздо больше, чем у предыдущих моих соперников. То мастерство, что было у него, оно на высоком уровне. Все мастерство и скорость, и сила, и готовность, и молодость, то есть оно отличает от других соперников.
Canelo was scoring eye-catching headshots. Golovkin was sticking to his jab. Canelo was on the move. But Canelo snuck some nice body shots in there. I thought Canelo definitely won rounds 2 and 3.
Я знаю, что он работал вторым номером, и то есть меня, в принципе, он ничем не удивил.
Fascinating so far. You get the feeling we're just warming up. Both men exchange good right hands. Short, tight punches as well. Right hand again by Golovkin. Canelo says no, but it landed.
That's the biggest shot of the fight, and Canelo took it well.
Both men totally engaged. As Canelo shakes his head, Golovkin shakes his head back. And that round should go to Golovkin.
When we get into the second third of the fight, Golovkin starts to impose himself a little bit more. The power of the Kazakhstani's punches suddenly tells. You can see it, you can feel it in the arena. Canelo has suddenly been tilted by Golovkin. Canelo's on his bike more, he's circling more. He's not engaging quite so much. It's now become Golovkin's fight.
Ну, наверное, да. Наверное, бой начался все-таки с середины боя. Именно весь интерес начался с середины боя, потому что как-то мы уже начали пытаться что-то по ходу боя, то есть принести какие-то свои сильные стороны, раскрыть свои сильные стороны, свои козыря.
7th round in Las Vegas middleweight championship of the world.
Right now it looks like Canelo's being forced back. That's the difference.
Canelo again on the ropes. Golovkin eyes him, measures him, and tries to corner him. Now he's got him there. Now he goes to work.
If you favor the come-forward fighter, you're giving Golovkin the edge. If you favor counterpunching and defense, maybe let's call it ring generalship, perhaps you're giving Canelo the edge. However, the middle rounds, I thought decisively belonged to Golovkin.
Final seconds of the 7th round, and it has been close, but Triple G is making his mark.
Okay? You gotta be consistent the whole round. The last 20 seconds, okay, the last 20 seconds are very important. You can't just let them work the last 20 seconds, okay?
Abel Sanchez had spotted that Canelo was going to work at the end of rounds, and he wanted his man to be busy throughout. Don't play the game of relaxing when you knew you'd won the round. Make sure you'd won the round. Don't leave it in the hands of the judges. Take the fight yourself.
Такие нюансы, они есть. То есть это же именно тот человеческий фактор, да, то есть, зрительный обман, когда бой идет, то есть раунд проходит такой, скажем, средней скорости, и кто именно концовочку забирает, это как по правилам, да, тот и выигрывает этот раунд. Ты наносишь больше ударов, ты наносишь больше попаданий у тебя. На протяжении всего раунда ты их делаешь, смазываешь концовочку последних 10-15 секунд, то есть зрительно, и судьи отдают победу в раунде, то есть в другую сторону.
Jam-packed here at the T-Mobile Center in Las Vegas. Gennadiy Golovkin 37-0. Canelo Alvarez 49-1-1. Chris Mannix, how do you have it scored?
I think Gennadiy Golovkin's created a little bit of a cushion for himself at this point, 68-65.
Very inexact science, again, you're scoring, trying to get a winner in all of these rounds. And I've maintained many times that, very difficult for any human being to accurately judge. You can go by some sort of fulcrum system, a plus-minus system, but it's very subjective. And oftentimes, the boxers themselves don't know who wins these rounds. Exchanging body shots. And look, Golovkin is not allowing Canelo to breathe. Good uppercut there by Canelo trying to stay off the ropes. But Canelo Alvarez is fighting a good part of this fight with his back on the ropes.
Time! Good round. Just make sure that we don't let him work. Watch that uppercut too. You see that uppercut, okay?
Бой прошел на высоком уровне, то есть когда встречаются боксеры такого высокого уровня, там каждая ошибка, она плачевна, и мы оба не допустили огромных ошибок. То есть это и есть класс бокса на тот момент. И мы показали высокий бокс, и я сделал, считаю, все для своей победы. Глядя на то, что у меня были все пояса, то есть я сделал все для победы.
It was high-tech stuff. You're talking two of the best pound-for-pound fighters going at it with the highest quality of stuff.
Some of the biggest shots I've seen landed in a middleweight title fight where they just seem to be hitting each other with baseball bats. They really landed shots.
If you're a Canelo fan, you're getting worried, like, dude, you're falling behind on the scorecards and you're not looking good. You're going to the ropes too much and you're looking tired. That doesn't bode well for the championship rounds. But the kid comes out and he starts throwing bombs and he earns some respect.
Action picking up now in round 9, and these rounds are close. In this case, it is Alvarez who comes out. Good uppercut by Triple G. Fires back with a hook. Golovkin says, bring it, let's go. And the judges are concentrating for the entire round.
That was a huge right hand by Canelo Alvarez there.
Я помню этот удар, но просто пропустил удар. Ну, как бы, это не был такой, знаете, там, не знаю, как его назвать, там, тяжелым, или это как бы ощущение что-то типа пощечины, наверное. Ну, то есть не пощечины, то есть это вот слэп такой, знаете, да, скользящее попадание. Но после этого удара, то есть ничего не произошло.
I gave that round to Canelo Alvarez. I thought he came out faster early on, landed some good shots.
Canelo out firing early. Body shots, and then a right to the head.
His trainer, Eddie Reynoso, said we need these last 3 rounds. I need them sharp. I need them powerful combinations.
Excellent work by Alvarez. Now we've got a war, but both men are firing what they've got. Good pace on those jabs by Golovkin. He's got different speed with those jabs. Fine job in this fight, moving in and out almost imperceptibly. Now these shots landing by Golovkin, counter right by Canelo.
Golovkin can't wait to come back. Beautiful body shots there by Canelo, but the point is, he's not boxing anymore. He's being pushed back, and that's the difference.
Outstanding round.
Championship rounds in boxing are rounds 11 and 12. That's when, you know, the fight's really getting to the nitty-gritty, where it's just really your last best chance to show the judges what you have.
Ты, в принципе, всегда пытаешься вырвать концовку, пытаешься выжать максимум. И, наверное, из-за этого они такие получились зрелищными, насыщенными, что ты более активный в этих последних раундах.
Short jabs by Golovkin, and you see him doing the giddy up. He never lets you just ease back and take a deep breath.
No, it's a mental pressure, a physical pressure, and that's exactly what you need to do against a guy like Canelo.
All these shots matter in these close rounds.
Big right hand landed by Canelo. Golovkin keeps coming forward.
Side uppercut from Golovkin and a hook.
Canelo took that uppercut nicely there, because that would have hurt a lot of fighters, that sharp uppercut that landed right on the chin.
You could say that both ways, right, Sergio?
Absolutely.
Both landing good uppercuts. Can't wait to unleash it. And that is round number 11. One more to go.
Чемпионские раунды получились, да, такие, знаете, такие насыщенные. То есть мы, как говорится, делали все для победы. Ты выкладываешься, особенно в чемпионских раундах. Я думаю, мы оба показали, что мы готовы на весь бой с запасом. То есть у нас были силы, у нас оставалась свежесть, просто у нас не было шансов. То есть мы не делали ошибок, чтобы наказать друг друга.
Last one. 3 minutes, all 3 minutes, okay? Don't let him rest.
Great fight so far. 3 minutes left. Chris, how do you have it?
Got it 106-103 in favor of Gennadiy Golovkin. There were a couple of swing rounds there, but Golovkin has done enough to win this fight in my card.
Golovkin marches back. Now he's throwing. He looks to answer everything. Both fighters exhausted.
Now, Golovkin fighting like a man who believes the outcome of this fight is in doubt.
Счету очков непосредственно я считал, я находился без предвзятости, с трезвой головой, с горячим сердцем. Я по подсчету очков, серьезно, я был уверен, что мы ведем 4-5 раундов.
Golovkin will need more here to win this round. Canelo fighting to the final bell. Triple G comes back. And that's it. Gennadiy Golovkin. Will that O go?
Я на протяжении всего боя чувствовал, что да, что я побеждаю, что в принципе я делаю все правильно, и я сделал все для победы. То есть даже и последние раунды я чувствую, что я постоянно прессинговал, я постоянно наносил больше ударов, я наносил более точные удары, то есть мои удары гораздо больше достигали цели. То есть я считаю, что я сделал гораздо больше для победы.
Close fight, outstanding fight. Fought at the highest level, superior in every way.
It all comes down to what the judges are looking at. You know, if you like the pressure, then you're scoring for Golovkin. If you like the movement and the combinations, then you're scoring for Canelo.
Adelaide Bird scores it 118 to 110 for Canelo. Dave Moretti scores it 115-113 for Triple G. And Don Trella scores it 114-114, a three-way split. This is officially a draw.
It was a draw, and it's what they say. It's like kissing your sister. You know, there's just something you don't want to happen.
Я помню то чувство, когда судьи объявили ничью, но... То есть я был просто в недоразумении, когда, то есть, один из судей, то есть, столь неадекватно присудила по очкам, то есть, победу в противоположную сторону. То есть, это насколько надо быть, ну, несправедливым к этому виду спорта, насколько надо быть неадекватным, чтобы именно так подло, так отнестись. То есть я считаю, что эти действия должны быть наказуемы.
What was Adelaide Bird watching? It's one of the worst judging decisions in history.
Most people feel that Gennadiy won that fight.
I thought Golovkin won the fight. Now, watching it live, I had it 7 rounds to 5 for Gennadiy Golovkin.
I thought he got robbed. You know, he definitely won the fight. Canelo had great moments in the fight, but on a 12-round fight, scoring it on a 10-point must system, he lost at least 7.
A draw I can live with, but to score the fight that one-sided for Canelo, it was unfair to both fighters because that's what fans are going to remember. They're going to forget how good the fight was, and they're going to focus on the negative. They're going to focus on the controversy. They're going to focus on their own outrage.
Я думаю, бой не получился ни как у меня 100%, ни у моего соперника. Я уверен, что в этом поединке было сделано достаточно для победы. И не я один в этом убежден.